can
Light green, green. All right, we're all good here.
Let me say it again. It will not be put together.
Welcome, welcome, everybody.
Pakistan owns the 3 counties, the 3 provinces, and the east. They're not any part of it. The Connies run it.
I was online, so I figured, you know, why not?
The point is that it's a counter-terrorism strategy. We can prevent the United States from being the victim of terror coming out of Afghanistan by providing for bases, insist the Pakistanis provide bases for us to airlift from and to move against what we know. We don't need those troops there. I would bring them home, and Joe Dunford's a fine guy, but this has been an internal argument we've had.
Huh? No one wanted that.
With regard to Iraq, the fact of the matter is that
let's try again. Now that more people are on.
To give Bush the authority to go in and do what he said he was going to do. The AUMF was designed, he said, to go in and get.
Welcome, everybody. We're streaming to everything except for Facebook, really. Because I don't want to make this like an official Facebook stream.
And when that happened, he went ahead and went anyway without any of that proof. I said something that was not meant the way I said it. I said from that point on, what I was argued against in the beginning, once he started to put the troops in, was that
they're doing exactly what I'm doing, dude.
There was no plan. We should not be engaged. We didn't have the people with us. We didn't have our alliance. We didn't have allies with us, etc. And it was later when we came into office, the president turned to me and said, Joe, when they said we got a plan to get out, he turned to the whole security and said, Joe will organize this, get the troops home. My son spent a year in Iraq, and I understand. And we were right to get the combat troops out. The big mistake that was made, which we predicted, was that you would not have a circumstance where the Shia and the Kurds would work together to keep ISIS from moving in.
Mr. Vice President, thank you. I want to turn to Senator Sanders on this because the concern over Afghanistan is very similar to what we saw in Iraq when the troops came out. ISIS filled that vacuum. What do you make of people out there who are worried that if we pull out U.S. troops too quickly from Afghanistan, it will create safe haven all over again, like the plotters of 9/11?
David, let me answer that, but let me just comment on something that the Vice President said. You talked about the big mistake in Iraq and the surge. The truth is, the big mistake, the huge mistake, and one of the big differences between you and me, I never believed what Cheney and Bush said about Iraq. I voted against the war in Iraq and helped lead the opposition. And it's sad to say, I mean, I kind of had the feeling that there would be massive destabilization in that area if we went into that war. As the former chairman of the Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs, I want to pick up on what Pete said. We cannot express our gratitude to all of the men and women who have put their lives on the line to defend us, who have responded to the call of duty. But I think also I am the only person
maybe I'll commit to a 24-hour bid.
Voted against all 3 of Trump's military budgets.
It's going to be super.
We have to spend $750 billion a year on the military when we don't even know who our enemy is. I think that what we have got to do is bring this world together. Bring it together on climate change. Bring it together in fighting against terrorism. And make it clear that we as a planet, as a global community, will work together to help countries around the world rebuild their struggling economies and do everything that we can to rid the world of terrorism.
Can touch it, okay?
Bombs on Afghanistan and Iraq.
If you're hanging out, Daddy, you gotta behave,
Senator
okay?
Sanders, thank you. I want to take this to Mr. Yang. You share the stage, as you know, when we talk about troops in Iraq and Afghanistan with the Vice President who was in the Situation Room, with senators who are on the Senate Armed Services, the Foreign Relations Committees, with an Afghanistan veteran who is on the stage tonight. As you share the stage with these candidates, what makes you the most qualified on this stage to be Commander-in-Chief?
I've signed a pledge to end the forever wars. We've been in a state of continuous armed conflict for 18 years, which is not what the American people want. We have to start owning what we can and can't do. We're not very good at rebuilding countries, and if you want proof, all you have to do is look within our own country at Puerto Rico. We've spent trillions of dollars to unclear benefits, lost thousands of lives, and thank you, Pete, for your service. And the goal has to be to rebuild the relationships that have made America strong for decades. I would lead our armed forces with restraint and judgment. What the American people want is simply a president who has the right values and point of view, and they can trust to make the right decisions when it comes to putting our young men and women into harm's way. And that's what I would do as president.
Mr. Yang, thank you. Jorge?
Thank you very much. Vamos a hablar de América Latina. You haven't been asked about Latin America in the previous debate, so let's begin. Senator Sanders, one country where many immigrants are arriving from is Venezuela. A recent UN fact-finding mission found that thousands have been disappeared, tortured, and killed by government forces in Venezuela.
Just sell
That
everything else.
Venezuela does not have the
Save
election,
this.
but still you refuse to call Nicolás Maduro un dictador, a dictator. Can you explain why, and what are the main differences between your kind of socialism and the one being imposed in Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua?
Well, first of all, let me be very clear. Anybody who does what Maduro does is a vicious tyrant. What we need now is international and regional cooperation for free elections in Venezuela so that the people of that country can create their own future. In terms of democratic socialism, to equate what goes on in Venezuela with what I believe is extremely unfair. I'll tell you what I believe in terms of democratic socialism. I agree with what goes on in Canada and in Scandinavia, guaranteeing health care to all people as a human right. I believe that the United States should not be the only major country on earth not to provide paid family and medical leave. I believe that every worker in this country
All right, I think
deserves a living
what I
wage.
said
We expand the trade
this morning
union
is I was going to
movement.
work on my herbalism
I happen to believe
and
also
stuff
that what, to me,
tonight,
democratic
alchemy and
socialism
herbalism,
means
and I
is we
think
deal with an issue we do not discuss enough, Jorge, not in the media and not in Congress. You got 3 people in America owning more wealth than the bottom half of this country. You got a handful of billionaires controlling what goes on in Wall Street, the insurance
well, working on a
companies,
staff, so
and in the
that'll be
media.
fun.
Maybe, just
Be
maybe,
good. Be
what
solid.
we should be doing is creating an economy that works for all of us, not 1%. That's my understanding of democratic socialism.
Secretary Augusto, you wanted to say a quick response, 45 seconds.
Sure, thank you, Jorge. I'll call Maduro a dictator because he is a dictator. And
Come on.
what we
Stop
need
it.
to do is to,
Stay
along
down.
with our allies, make
Stay
sure that
down.
the Venezuelan people get the assistance that they need, that we continue to pressure Venezuela so that they'll have free and fair elections. And also,
Are you gonna take a
here in
bigger
the
bite
United
this time,
States,
huh?
offer temporary protected status, TPS, to Venezuelans.
Come on.
That is
What is
something
that?
the Trump
Why are you
administration
doing
has
this?
failed to do for all of his big
You're being a
talk
naughty girl, huh?
supporting the Venezuelan American community. He has
Come on.
failed. I will
Open
not.
your mouth.
I also believe that we
Stop
need to do things
messing
like
with
a 21st
Daddy.
century Marshall Plan for Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, so that people can find safety and opportunity at home instead of having to make the dangerous journey to the United States.
Struggle,
And,
chat.
under my administration, we're going to
This
put
struggle.
renewed focus on Latin America. It makes sense. They're our neighbors, and we have a lot of things in common. It also makes sense that because we
Someone
have a
said I
country
should
like
go
China that
visit
is going around the
Darkshire.
world to places like Africa and Latin America, making
I feel like
their
that's
own
a bad
relationships,
idea. I feel like
strengthening
that's
those.
allied.
The United States needs to strengthen its partnerships in Latin America immediately.
Thank you, sir.
And I will.
Senator Booker, let me ask you about Brazil. After the recent fires in the Amazon, some experts suggested that eating less meat is one way to help the environment. You are a vegan since 2014. That's obviously a personal choice. But President Trump and Brazil's President Bolsonaro are concerned that climate change regulations could affect economic growth. So should more Americans, including those here in Texas and in Iowa, follow your diet?
First of all, I want to say no. Actually, I want to translate that into Spanish. No. Look, let's just be clear. The factory farming going on that's assaulting this corporate consolidation in the agriculture industry. One of the reasons why I have a bill to put a moratorium on this kind of corporate consolidation is because this factory farming is destroying and hurting our environment, and you see independent family farmers being pushed out of business because of the kind of incentives we are giving that don't line up with our values. That's what I'm calling for. But I want to switch because we don't have a crowded debate stage. We were talking about Afghanistan and Iraq. It annoys me that we had a conversation about our troops overseas and we didn't say one word about veterans in our country. We have a shameful reality in America that we send people off to war and they often come home with invisible wounds, hurts, and harms. They're disproportionately homeless. You hear stories about women waiting for months for gynecological care through the VA. It is very important that as we, as a country, understand that we are not going to solve every problem with this outrageous increased militarism, that we also make sure that we stand up for the people that stood for us. We end our national anthem with Home of the Brave. It's about time we make this a better home for our bravest.
Congressman O'Rourke, Hurricane Harvey hit this town 2 years ago, and not only is the Amazon burning, Greenland is melting at a record pace. The last 5 years have been the hottest ever recorded, and we have a viewer's question about this. What meaningful action will you take to reverse the effect of climate change, and can we count on you to follow through if your donors are against it?
Yes, we will follow through regardless of the political consequences or who it offends, because this is the very future of our planet and our ability
Definitely
for
not gonna be able to
children
make
and
that,
grandchildren to be able to survive
unfortunately.
on it.
I'm trying to go over
that we get
to
net
back
zero
over to Eastern
greenhouse
Kingdom.
gas emissions no later than the year
Stop it.
2050.
Stop
We
it.
are halfway there.
Actually,
by
let's
2030,
go to
that
Darkshire. We haven't
$5
discovered that
trillion
place
over
yet.
the next 10
Even
years
if
to
it
do
is
that we
allied,
invest here
I think we'll
in
be
Houston,
okay.
Texas, with
So we gotta go right here,
pre-disaster
Dark Shore.
mitigation grants to protect those
It'll
communities
give
that are
us,
vulnerable to flooding, given the fact
you know,
that this town has
discovering
seen 500-year
places.
floods in just 5 years. You'd like to think
So
you're good
that's
for 1,500 years, but you're not. They're coming faster and larger and more
here.
devastating than ever. We're also going to make sure that we free ourselves from a dependence
Hang on,
on
let me think
fossil
about this
fuels
thing.
and embrace renewable wind and solar energy.
I gotta think about how to get here.
As well as the high-paying, high-skill, high-wage jobs that come along with that. And then we're going to pay farmers for the environmental services.
So I got the Democratic presidential debate up.
Under
So
conservation, using no-till farming, regenerative agriculture can pull carbon out of the air.
I like to
drive it and sequester it into the soil. That's the way that we're going to meet this challenge, and we're going to bring everyone into the solution.
Many of you want to
politics, but
let's try to see if we can go very fast, Senator Klobuchar.
I don't know, it's just interesting.
This is the existential
It's what's
crisis of our time.
happening in our
that movie,
in our day-to-day.
Tomorrow, it's today. We have seen a warming in our world like never before. We're seeing flooding in the Midwest, flooding in Houston, fires in the West. And I think having someone leading the ticket from the Midwest will allow us to talk about this in a different way and get it done. On day one, I will get us back into the International Climate Change Agreement. On day two, I will bring back the clean power rules that President Obama had worked on. On day 3, I will bring back the gas mileage standards. You can do all that without Congress, which is good. On day 4, 5, and 6, I will, working with Congress and mayors and business people all over the country, introduce sweeping legislation to get at that 2050 goal. And on day 7, you're supposed to rest, but I won't.
Senator
This
Warren,
is what we need to do if we're going to get at climate change.
Why is
we
it so
have
expensive?
to take this on as a crisis that's happening right now.
Senator Warren, should American foreign policy be based around the principle of climate change?
Yes. We need to work on every front on climate change. It is the threat to every living thing on this planet, and we are running out of time. Every time the scientists go back, they say we have less and less time than we thought we had. But that means we've got to use all the tools. One of the tools we need to use are regulatory
Good job.
tools. I have proposed, following Governor Inslee, that we, by 2028, cut all carbon
Welcome everyone
emissions
from Mixer,
new
YouTube,
buildings.
and
By
Twitch,
2030,
and
carbon
Mob
emissions from
Crush.
cars,
Mob
and by
Crush.
2035,
Actually,
all carbon emissions
welcome.
from the manufacture of electricity. That alone,
Normally I just
those
stream in the early morning, 7 a.m.
will
Eastern
cut
time,
our emissions here in the United States
for about
by
like 4.5 hours.
70%. We
But
can do this.
we got some extra time. I knew we wanted to work on some herbalism, so I see this path here. I wonder if this is probably the Horde entrance. This is probably like the Allied.
We can't
Being
make
honest,
the changes we need to make. We have to attack the corruption head on so that we can
Stay down,
our
okay?
planet.
Stay down.
Harris, 45 seconds.
When I think about this issue, it really is through the lens of my
So we're gonna land
baby
right here.
nieces who are 1.5 and 3 years old. When I look at what is going to be the world if we do nothing when they turn 20, I'm really scared. And when I've been in the United States Senate for now the last 2.5 years, and I look at our counterparts, the Republicans in the United States Senate, they must be looking at their children, and then when they look at the mirror, I don't know what they see, but it's a lack of courage. And this is an issue that, yes, it represents an existential threat. It is also something we can do
Hey, we
something
talked about
about.
this?
This is
Stay
a
here, huh?
problem that was created by human behaviors.
Stay here.
And we can
You're okay.
change our behaviors in a way that saves our planet. I've seen it happen in California. I took on, as the Attorney General of California, I ran the second largest Department of Justice in the United States, second only to the United States Department of Justice. I took on the big oil companies, and we saw progress. If any of you have been to Los Angeles 20 years ago, you'll remember that sky was brown. You go there now, the sky is blue, and you know why? Because leader just decided to lead, and we took on these big fossil fuel companies. We have some of the most important and strongest laws in the country, and we made a difference. And my point being, I've done it before, and I will lead as president on this issue because we have no time. The clock is ticking, but we need courage, and we need courageous leadership. We can get this done.
Mr. Yang.
So to follow up on what Elizabeth said, why are we losing to the fossil fuel companies? Why are we losing to the gun lobby and the NRA? And the answer
Almost
is this.
there.
We all know, everyone on the stage knows, that our
I'm gonna
government
pull
has
up the
been
game too, why
overrun
not?
by money and corporate interests. Now, everyone here has a plan to try and curb those corporate interests, but we have to face facts. Money finds a way. Money will find its way back in. So what is the answer? The answer is to wash the money out with people-powered money. My proposal is that we give every American 100 democracy dollars that you can only give to candidates and causes that you like. This would wash out the lobbyist cash by a factor of 8 to 1. That is the only way we will win. And as someone running for president, I'll tell you, there's the people on one side and the money on the other. The only way for us to win is if we bring them together.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Lindsay.
I'd like to have an academic discussion now about education. Mr. Yang, will stay with you. Here in Houston, the school district is facing yet another year of spending cuts. Like schools across the country, the system faces many challenges. One of them, thousands of students are leaving traditional public schools and going to charter schools.
Did we make it? Holy crap, dude.
For charter schools.
Sorry, I know I was like just watching the map, but this tells me more than just like watching it.
Why isn't taxpayer money better spent on fixing traditional public schools?
Let me be clear, I am pro-good school. I've got a kid, one of my little boys just started public school last week, and I was not there because I was running for president. So we need to pay teachers more because the data clearly shows that a good teacher is worth his or her weight in gold. We need to lighten up the emphasis on standardized tests, which do not measure anything fundamental about our character or human worth. But here's the big one. The data clearly shows that 65 to 70% of our students' outcomes are determined outside of the school. We're talking about time spent at home with the parents, words read to them when they're young, stress levels in the house, income, type of neighborhood. We're putting money into schools, and educators know this. We're saying you're 100% responsible for educating our kids, but you can only control 30%. They all know this. The answer is to put money directly into the families and neighborhoods.
Stay down.
Give our kids a chance to learn, and our teachers a chance to teach.
Stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down. You're okay.
Step one is appoint a Secretary of Education who actually believes in public education. I believe in public education. And in order to strengthen it, some things are very complex for preparing for a future where knowledge is at your fingertips, but we got to teach more to do with critical thinking and social and emotional learning.
Here we go, this is why we're here.
Simple. We've just got to pay teachers more. And we've got to lift up the teaching.
I should have brought my.
I was thinking of a story from South Bend of friends who hosted exchange students from Japan. They had a student one year who wanted to be a teacher, and they kept in touch with her when she went back to Japan and to college.
Neutral.
She took the exam to try to become a teacher in a society that really regards teachers and compensates teachers well. And she came up just short. So you know what she did? Since she was academically good but couldn't quite make the cut to be a teacher, she had a fallback plan. She became a doctor. That is how seriously some countries treat the teaching profession. If we want to get the results that we expect for our children, we have to support and compensate the teaching profession, respect teachers the way we do soldiers, and pay them more like the way we do doctors.
Senator Warren, to use Mr. Yang's term, are you just jumping into bed with teachers' unions?
You know, I think I'm the only person on the stage who has been a public school teacher.
I told you, no standing and reaching. No standing and reaching. No, 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 no.
I was in second grade. And let's be clear in all the ways we talk about this, money for public schools should stay in public schools, not go anywhere else. I've already made my commitment. We will have a Secretary of Education who has been a public school teacher. I think this is ultimately about our values.
Alliance territory, oh boy.
A 2-cent wealth tax.
Get your elbows away from Daddy's chest, because that is annoyingly painful.
That would give us enough money to start with our babies by providing universal child care for every baby.
Alright, I think I need to stop this. I need to like listen, because I think I have the volume super low. I wonder if this is a bad idea. Guess we'll find out. This guy. Like, this is the suggested route, but I haven't like seen anything yet. Here we go. Peace bloom, but aren't I? Yeah, I'm too high for this. I'm not gonna get anything for it, but I suppose for the ingredients. Dark Shore is under attack. Hope that's not a reference to me. Because I'm just here picking berries and stuff, okay? Oh, man. I don't feel like doing all that. They shouldn't mess with me, though. Said that this is a good route for it. I'm not sure if I'm feeling it. finally, like, discovered something. Or not. I'm confused. So it won't uncover? Finally. How am I supposed to get to 115? Here. There's, like, literally I haven't found anything. But I'm literally, like, not finding anything. Earth root. He's not gonna do anything for me. I need something better. Right, the earth root. Give me something. And the briar thorn. Are we finally gonna get? We'll go ahead and rebuff everything just in case we do run into somebody. Baby, no. Bella, we talked about this. Please get down. Stop. Okay. Take that as a no. Undead. Me up with the crowd. Where, oh where are some herbs, bro? Bella? Bella! I said come over here, huh? I'm glad that they don't attack me. Just pretty much just run around and focus on herbing. Eventually, once I begin a way of making money, I could just like buy the ingredients that I need instead of looking for them. Damn it. Stop. Please. I said stop multiple times, okay? Next time I'm not gonna be so nice. Bella? No. Is it like on top of this thing or what? I think it like legitimately is. Rip. I asked you nicely. You didn't listen. Oh. You're being naughty. You're naughty. Bella? Stop. Huh? I asked you to stop. You're not listening. Bella? No.